Hello, welcome back. There's something in the trash. It's always exciting, isn't it? 'Tis Oswald, they kicked me off stage. Me too, WTF, mate. Wow. Wow. How insightful. Oh good, more about Oswald, just what I needed to hear right now. I don't think we got enough of exposition dump on this bloke last time. Captain Oswald quoted a certain Latin phrase, did you catch it? Qualis artifex perio. Those were Nero's last words. It means, what an artist dies with me. Nero was a Roman emperor known for his extravagance, cruelty and tyranny, reigning from 54 to 68 AD. Not very long, really, then. Generally, tyrants stick around a bit longer than that, don't they? They don't get voted out very often. He was so feared that for centuries after his death, people believed in terror that he'd somehow come back. However, early in his reign, Nero was known for performing the arts. He was even known to perform in the theatre himself. No one was allowed to leave the theatre during his performances, not even women giving birth. Nero often quoted a certain Greek proverb to his friends, music without an audience wins no respect. He was fond of Greek culture, and said that the Greeks alone had an ear for music. Nero even created his own massive Greek-style music festival, which was called the Neronia. What sort of instruments did they have back in, like, the Roman times? Like, you hear a lot about medieval music, you know, with like lutes and shit. But going back like another 1,500 years from there, like, what were they making music on? I'm clueless when it comes to history, man. I've got no clue. Can you guess who won first place at the Neronia, Captain? Why, Nero, of course, by unanimous vote of all of his judges, lol. By all impartial accounts, however, Nero was an amateur singer at best. His brother Britannicus had a far more beautiful voice, and for that Nero murdered him. Captain, why do you think some of the worst tyrants in history viewed themselves as great artists? Do you think of yourself as an artist? When I hear you play the guitar, it feels to me like you're revealing the beauty of the world, Captain. I mean, I keep missing the notes, man, so... Awfully nice of you to say, though. I think that's a great way to be an artist. Shall we talk some more? You know Hitler was an artist. Painted, right? Just gonna leave that there. Space history. Captain, you're a real pioneer, you know that? The first human ever to be born on the moon and go to Earth. You're going to be in the history books. How much do you remember about space history, Captain? In 1969, a country called the United States of America was the first to land a man on the moon. In the years to come, this became a powerful symbol of the country's achievements and ideals. Do you remember learning about all of this in moon history class? I love that there's a moon history class, that's amazing. Captain, that's usually where the history lesson ends. However, there's a bit more to the story. Though the moon landing became an American symbol, you can't fully say it was an American accomplishment. At first, the United States lagged in rocket technology. Its enemy, Germany, was light years ahead. After defeating Germany in a big war, the United States recruited and hired their scientists to work for them. Many of those enemy scientists had committed all sorts of unspeakable crimes against humanity. You know what I'm talking about, right? Some of them were mysteriously granted clemency, others were released without trial. One way or another, the powers at work brought them over to the United States. These scientists brought their rocket technology with them and laid the foundation for the US space program. Rockets became part of the national culture. Many American children dreamed of becoming astronauts. And it was these very enemy scientists that became the public spokesman of this new American dream. These rockets became a symbol of the United States, but was this symbol itself copied from the enemy? You know, even the rocket we used to get here was based on that same technology. Remember the rocket we cut off from when we went into orbit? Seems like we've run out of things to talk about. We have. Yes, good. Very cool. Very epic. Let's move on with the video game, shall we? What is next? Getting a proper history lesson from this game, though. Learning a lot, you know. Wasn't expecting to sit down and read history of the Roman Empire and the fucking space flight to the moon, but here we are. Ah yes, this is where we left off, I remember now. Man, I can't believe we made it out of that house of horrors alive. But we kind of forgot to find a way to stop that moldy stuff, didn't we? You ever go to the kitchen to get a snack and forget why you're there? Yeah, this is one of those moments. I'm not sure it is. I'm pretty certain Edwin was just brainwashed into deciding that the mold is cool now. Hey, it's Dawn and Lucy. What are they doing here? And then, after heroically defeating the singing statues, we bravely ran outside here. And that's everything that happened to us today. Pretty out there, huh? Alright, now your turn. What are you two doing here? Wow, yeah, we've seen some crazy stuff like that tonight too, actually. But after hearing your side of things, it makes a lot more sense. Alright, so here's the big question. This Oswald guy, who's apparently still alive, is playing a special concert tonight, right? That doesn't sound good at all. I'm a little worried. Let's get to the bottom of all this. We're good boys and girls. I saw a lot of the mouldy goop fly into the mausoleum in the graveyard over there. So that music... I just assumed that word was music. In my defense, music-focused game, alright? But my brain was just like, that can't be right. It must be music. It has to be. So that must be where Mr. Oswald is now. It's up to us to go in and ask this gentleman, bless his heart, to kindly stop all this silliness. We're good girls and boys. The Lucy, I'm a good girl thing is also getting a little bit, dare I say, creepy at this point. A little bit concerned about where that's likely to be heading on top of everything else, but I'm sure it'll all work itself out. It's locked. What should we do, guys? I'll tell you what we should do, guys. We should wait for the man in space to reach his giant hand down and unscrew it for us. Captain, we're so close. If what Lucy said is true, the mold must lie just beyond that gate. The whole mission started as a giant question mark, but now it's all coming together. It's all thanks to your surveillance work and interventions, Captain. You're the best. This is exactly why you were chosen for this mission. So, what do you think Subject A11 and his friends will find beyond that gate? Whatever it is, it's got to be key to contemplating or completing, in fact, the mission and saving the Earth of our future. I cannot read. I just can't read. I need to, go back to school and learn to read again, because apparently I don't do that anymore. You know what to do, right, Captain? Can you lend them a hand one more time? Really? Are we, at the end of the game? This has been a short-ass game. Don't get me wrong, it's been fun. But it's been a short game if this is the end. If this is truly one more time. I kind of thought we might go to a, different area or something after we'd finished here, but I mean, obviously there's where are they? There's all of the free play stuff to do as well. Look at all these. Look at all these. It is just like Guitar Hero with a story mode, so I can't complain too much. It doesn't have as rockin' a tune as Guitar Hero though, does it? As I say, the soundtrack to this game is good, but it doesn't have fucking Slow Ride by Foghat, does it? Take it easy. Thankfully, it doesn't have Through the Fire and Flames either, though, so at least we're safe on that respect. Captain, I'm detecting some unusual energy readings from the surface. Somehow, I have a feeling that things could get serious from here on out. Whatever comes next, I'm with you all the way, Captain. But once you've taken this step forward, you can't untake it, you know? If there's anything else you want to do, you might want to go back and do it now. Yeah, this is like, hey, end of the game is here sort of stuff. That's crazy. I feel like I've missed a lot of, bits and pieces throughout this game. I've not maybe been quite as thorough exploring the town and stuff between each chapter as I could be. But nonetheless, can I not just should there not have been some destruction to go alongside this? I did it. I did the level. Man, that was difficult. Oh no. killing the captain hand. Captain, are you okay? Can you hear me? You can? What a relief. Is your hand in pain? So, no matter what happens next, it's important that you remain calm, Captain. Because I believe that we're under attack. Yeah, this is a problem. Don't worry, Captain. I have this completely under control. What am I? I'm just mashing L1 and L2 there because it told me to, but I skipped through a bunch of dialogue. Whoopsie. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Are you alright, Captain? Thank goodness you weren't injured. The ship, however, did suffer severe damage during the attack. I'll conduct a full range of diagnostics and provide you with a damage report as quickly as possible. The mold wasn't very fond of you opening that gate, was it? That must be why it attacked your hand. And while we're on the subject, I'm currently unable to recall your hand to the ship, Captain. But I'll work on finding a solution, so don't worry, Captain. Alright, well that makes things difficult. I guess we'll just go back in. Captain, how's your left hand? Are you able to use L1 and L2? Yep. Until your right hand is mobile again, you may need to use L1 and L2 instead of X and circle. I'm sorry, Captain. I'm sorry I let this happen to you. That's fun. That's kinda neat. Captain, are you feeling much pain in your right hand? Are you able to move your fingers on your right hand even a little? I don't want to worry you, but we really need to try and get some blood flowing into your hand, Captain. Let's try something that should help. Captain, can you try and move your fingers based on what appears on the screen? But if this hurts too much, you don't need to push yourself, okay? Alright, ready? Here it comes. Perfect. Oh, I fucked it. I tried to do it to the rhythm that he provided, but it feels off somehow. How did that feel, Captain? Not good, I fucked it up. I'm sorry if it hurt, but restoring the blood flow might just be the key to regaining control of your hand. Okay, let's give your hand a rest for now. We can try again later. I keep pressing X and it keeps getting mad at me. Fucking 30 years of video games of pressing X on a PlayStation controller to progress things. And then, after heroically defeating the singing statues, we bravely ran outside here. I can press X here. It lets me still press X here. I thought maybe the entire game, X and circle, would be off limits now. If everything, and that's everything that happened to us today. Pretty out there, huh? Alright, now your turn. What are you two doing here? I mean, we've just read all this. I think we can skip through this, right?
A fresher, sir. Such to the dancing bird. Worse or...
Right, off we go then. We got places to be, and I'm going to talk like this for at least one more sentence before deciding it's actually not as funny as I thought it was. Good, innit? I like how the frog's getting involved, though. Best character. Most beautiful singing voice on the entire soundtrack, frankly. Oh, Edwin, was that you back there, Ribbit? Sorry, I thought you were the frog catcher, so I hopped off. I just came to pay my respects. No, it's okay, don't worry. We all croak someday. So, are you going down, Ribbit? I can help you out with that. Just hop up here next to me. Nomen mihi Ozymandias, Rex regov respice opera mea, vos magni et desperate. Any ideas? Any Latin speakers here?
The night is dark, as black as bark, not a single star overhead. The wife I had, she drove me mad, but how dare she go and drop dead? They say that life is a wheel, spinning and see where it lands. It's rushing through
Okay, more of that. That's fine. I can do that. Don't get hard now.
It's a tragic ordeal. Either you're striking it rich or you're begging for your next meal. Spitting steam as it turns, and it screams and it burns. Everyone's breaking a sweat, and yet nobody ever learns. The wheel of life will take your wife.
Am I controlling Dawn now? Oh no, clearly not. The beauty of being a rhythm guitarist, eh? He says, fucking it up. I could have perfected that one. If there was a single song on the soundtrack I could have perfected, it was that one. That was my chance of getting an S rank. It's never going to happen now. 3 misses, my god. Ribbit, dear friend, you've truly made this frog's day. Usually people just tell me to go frog off, but not you. Thanks for everything, Edwin. I promise, one day I'll help you at your utmost need. You just did. You got me down into the bottom of a horrible mausoleum where I'm probably going to die. It's great. One frog's promise to another. Yeah, frog power. I am a frog now. I've been accepted. Honorary frog. Do I get the F word pass? Anyway. Oh, we're here. Well, now that's interesting. I thought this place only existed in Edwin's mind. Clearly not the case, though. Are we going to still have an outhouse at the end of this, or is it going to be something a little bit different this time? No? Okay. Did he go in alone? No. Okay. We're allowed to run again, thank Christ. We escaped to the walking tunnel. Oh. I don't like the amount of vibrating that's happening right now. It keeps like gently shaking to itself like it's going to fall down, but I guess it was fine. I guess we got past unhindered. So that's cool. This may be what's causing the shaking. Can we just... Yeah, they're just in the background. Okay. I thought maybe they'd squish us or something, but I don't think this game really has threats like that. All threats happen through song. What is with the constant, like, constant subtle odes to the toilet in this game? Give it a push. Yeah. God, I love stop motion. I don't think I could watch a full movie of stop motion. I think the low frame rate of it would hurt my head after a while, but it's a cool effect when it's done. Okay. Is this what's at the bottom of every toilet, or is it specific to this one? A faceless crowd watching me run in circles around a stage. Oh, we are actually getting somewhere. Okay. Well, symbolic. Ciao, Edwin. You got anything to add? I guess I'll look at my circle then. Ouroboros, 14th century BC, Egypt. Ouroboros, 1478 AD, Greece. 3,000 years between them. Oh. Okay. And just like that, I have regressed. Returned to my true child form. And now I'm going to regress to my true female form? Peridexian tree, 13th century AD, England. Divine tree with birds, 11th to 13th century BC, China. Is it trying to say that history repeats itself, like all the sort of symbology and aesthetics of a culture will eventually come back around and feed into the next culture? Like, is that what we're getting at here? Is there some sort of something in that? I'm trying to take away something from this game, but it's so goddamn weird, man. Great Pyramid of Giza, 26th century BC, Egypt. Coral Pyramid, 26th century BC, Peru. Opposite ends of the world, and they made similar things. Well, I guess they're not that similar. You know, materials were limited back then, as were, you know, construction methodology. So it makes sense that if they're both going to make a big, massive monument, they're going to be relatively similar in scope and style, right? It's not aliens. No matter how much this game wants me to believe it, it's not aliens. Colossus of Rhodes, 3rd century BC, Greece. The New Colossus, 1886, United States. I guess it is. I guess it is the New Colossus. I didn't realise the Colossus of Rhodes was that old. I knew it was old because obviously it's gone, right? It hasn't persisted, it hasn't survived. But I figured it was, you know, more modern than the BCs because it's very impressive. Get a statue that size back in those days. More impressive than the pyramids, I'd say, even if it is 2,000 years newer. Guess a lot changes in 2,000 years though. Again, my history's not great. V2 rocket, 1944, Germany. Ah, we're back on this, are we? The Saturn V rocket, July 16th, 1969, United States. Or is it saying that different cultures come to the same conclusions, and that means that our boy Ozymandias didn't rip anyone off, and he just came to the same musical conclusions? Is that what this is trying to set up here? Silver coin, 1st century AD, Roman Empire. An image of the Colossus of Nero is shown on the coin. Built in the 1st century AD, this 106-foot tall statue was modelled on the Colossus of Rhodes. The Roman Colosseum takes its name from the Colossus of Nero, as they were originally adjacent. So long as the Colossus stands, Rome will stand. When the Colossus falls, Rome will fall. When Rome falls, so falls the world. Bede, 7th century AD. The Colossus of Nero was modified after Nero died, after which it would resemble Apollo. Okay, yeah, we just read that. Or we meant to just walk on. Zach looks like a pie from above. Just want to make sure we're all aware of that. We're all on the same page. Like, there is a definite pie crust around the edge of his hair. Are we going anywhere? Are we achieving anything? Oh, what the fuck? This is weird. Oh, are we on like I was gonna say, are we going down a spiral staircase, but it's clearly not even that. The fact that they're staying in a like perfectly straight line but spiraling downwards is odd, to say the least. Can't really picture any physical geometry that would cause this. I guess we'll just keep spiraling the drain until something else happens. Can't pull my guitar out. It might have been the solution. It might have been what we're looking for. There we go. The Ouroboros is back. Cycles. Is this somehow representative of our going back in time and trying to change the past? That's a very nice clock, isn't it? Can't tell if this is a real clock or if it's a 3D model. I think we're going to be playing music in a second, and I think I'm going to get my ass kicked. Oh, I have become dawn. Sure. Did I do it right? Is this what I was meant to do? Ancient Rome, established in 753 BC, defeated in 476 AD by Germanic people. Alright. Go again. The Holy Roman Empire, the First Reich, established in 880 AD by the Germanic people and followed in 1871 by the German Empire. It always comes back to fucking Hitler, doesn't it? The German Empire, the Second Reich, established in 1871, followed in 1933 by the Third Reich. Seeing the course now. Seeing where this is going. Yeah, Dawn don't like this one. The Third Reich, established in 1933, defeated in 1945 by the USSR, USA, and Allied powers. Speaking as a Brit, a little bit affronted. A little bit affronted that the Allied powers are so far down in that list when we fought most of the fucking war on our own. The United States of America, first humans on the moon in 1969. What is happening? Okay, we're back in control. She just had to have a bit of a lie down for a while. That's not yours. That's not yours, Dawn. Pick up the guitar. Yeah. Of course we do. What kind of coward doesn't pick up the guitar? Well, this is a turn of events. The Lord paid heed to Abel and his offering, but to Cain and his offering he paid no heed. Cain was very much distressed, and his face fell. And the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you so distressed? And why is your face fallen? Surely if you do it right, there is uplift. But if you did not do it right, sin couches at the door. Its urge is towards you, and yet you can be its master." Cain said to his brother Abel, "Come, let us go out into the field." And when they were in the field, Cain set upon his brother Abel and killed him. So long as the Colossus stands, Rome will stand. When the Colossus falls, Rome will fall. When Rome falls, so falls the world. Bede, 7th century AD. He's done it. Edwin has gained immortality. By killing Dawn? Did he actually? Obviously this is all very surreal at the moment, but how did this actually, what's actually happened here? How has this actually played out? They're both unconscious. Okay, that's not helpful. We're not going to discuss that. No one has any thoughts on the matter about all that shit that just happened? No. We flushed down a toilet. We learned a lot about history, and then we murdered each other. The usual. Standard evening in the world of Starstruck. Egg. Enter the egg. Sure. Why not at this point, eh? Why fucking not at this point? In we hop. Did Lucy get in? Was Lucy denied access to egg? Oh no, she's here. I'm understanding the themes, alright, but the actual narrative going pretty far over my head, I have to admit. Struggling with this one. I love Gloriously Weird. I can just be here for the ride, you know, taking the sights. Feel the feels. But brain is not big enough to understand it. Dawn, oh miserable dawn. Moulded you were in creation, and moulded shall I make you once more. Have a seat next to me, sis. Do you remember sitting together underneath that tree? I still think about it every day. The way its long branches protected us from the hot sun. How we'd play piano and cello together all day. I was so happy. And I think you were too. You were happy, weren't you, Dawn? Have you ever been happy since then? Dawn, you also desire to find that tree again, do you not? That's why you desire so much to be a good musician, or as good a musician as your brother. I offer you that tree, Dawn. All this I will give you if you put yourself in my hands. So it's the mould trying to offer them things in order to sway them to its side, I guess, is what we're looking at right now. I assume something's going to tempt Edwin in a second as well. Not the Big Apple. He's not a Big Apple fan. Maybe that was meant to tempt Zach, but he just couldn't see. What with the hair bangs and all. Oh, Lucy. Lucy, oh tormented Lucy. Moulded you were in creation, and moulded shall I make you once more. Ah, visitors. It's a bit late for you little ones to be out and about. A perfect little girl like me is always home before dark. I'm a good girl, draped in elegance and perfect in beauty. That's why it's so easy for me to follow everything my mother says. That's why every dress turns me into a beautiful little princess. That's why when people look at me, they love me for all I am. Because I'm just a perfect little girl. Lucy, I was beside you all those countless nights you cursed the day of your birth. Now behold, look what's in front of you. All this I will give you, if you put yourself in my hands. Yeah, Zach is a strange one, because all three of the others have obviously like major hang-ups and things that they are, you know, desperate to achieve for better or for worse. They're very corruptible. But we don't know anything about Zach. He's just there too. Oh.
Hostess.
So how do I do this? It's okay if I do this, right?
Deep along.
Lucy, no, wait. Well, fuck. Not as strong-willed as Dawn, obviously. She made a big deal about having to be perfect for her mother and everything, and, you know, but I don't think she'd be that easily swayed, especially when she clearly has, like, you know, other motives, other desires beyond that. Oh. A bite of the apple. So is Lucy the one who ruins everything? Or is Edwin going to succumb to the mold as well? It seems very likely he would. Oh, we do get one for Zack as well then. Zack, oh hapless Zack, molded you were in creation and molded shall I make you once more. The fuck am I even looking at now? Hey guys, am I having a good hair day or what? Is this whole thing just going to be that he wants better hair? Yeah, the name's Zack. Look upon my luscious locks in despair. Going swimming in the ocean, riding my bike. Bro, I'm such a stud at everything I do, even with my natural full head of hair. Gaze at my stylish hairdo. Take in the essence of my vitality and vigor. Sorry, did you say something? I can't hear you with my hairdryer. Fucking hell. Of course, fucking joke character. Like what you see, Zack. All of this I will give you if you put yourself in my hands. I'll give you good hair.
Involved.
What the hey? Dude, I have no idea what he's talking about. Seriously, man. I mean, what?
The man's.
Come on, guys. Don't look at me like that. I'm not trying to hide anything. Can't you see what's happening right now? The mold or Oswald or whatever is trying to spread misinformation to create suspicion in our ranks. United we stand, divided we fall. Am I right, dudes?
You know, Booth sold.
Okay, screw it. My usual bull can't get me out of this one. He's bald. Yeah, fine. I'm bald. So
Oh,
what?
his
Big deal. You two are way more messed up than I am. You also still don't really have a face. Even now that we can see your eyes, you don't really. I mean, they are both way more messed up than he is. But if he takes this offer, he doesn't take the offer. Okay, good. Well done, Zack. You always were my favourite. Imagine just offering someone hair and being like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? This will corrupt them to the dark side. Do you think that's how they got... I've not seen all of the Star Wars movies. Is that how Anakin Skywalker turned to the dark side? You know, after he burned all his hair off? They were like, we can get you some new ones. Get you some new locks. And then you'll be completely corruptible. Edwin, oh wretched Edwin. Moulded you were in creation and moulded I shall make you once more. Into dawn. Yep. That's going to be weird for Dawn to see.
Doing here.
Hey, Dawn. This one kind of looks like you.
Clear water.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, of course he does. Kid is a psychopath. Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but a highly unusual anomaly has appeared off the port and starboard bows. It's within visual range. Can you see it, Captain? I can see something spinning. See the halo? That is an anomaly, I'll grant you. That ain't normal. Unfortunately, I'm unable to identify what it is. What do you think it could be, Captain? It doesn't appear to be dangerous, but I'll continue monitoring it. There's something else I should report too, Captain. My sensors are no longer able to locate Subject A11. He's just gone. It's like he just vanished from the face of the Earth. Captain, do you think he's still alive? Why do you think he pushed Dawn and Zack like that? Similarly, I'm no longer able to locate Lucy either. Lucy? Why would she... Captain, with Subject A11 missing, your hand is in its current state. Dawn and Zack are our lost hope now. If you can continue monitoring them using neighborhood.exe whenever you're ready, Captain. Okay, let's stop and have a quick brief chat there in the middle of all this. Why not? Everything's going to be okay, Captain. Captain, about your hand. Well, I'm sure you've noticed, but your hand suddenly started bleeding profusely a moment ago. But, oh shit, it has. That's grim, actually, looking at it. But don't worry, Captain, everything's under control. Fortunately, I was able to induce hemostasis and stop the bleeding. For now, at least. Don't worry, Captain, a little lost blood never hurt anyone, right? Captain, I'm so sorry. I completely and utterly failed to protect you from all of this. I'm sorry, Captain. Hold 2. I did it. I escaped. Alright. Dawn time. Captain, I have an updated report on the ship. Atmospheric and life support systems are still stable, thankfully, even though the glass is fucking cracked, which probably isn't great. Probably isn't ideal on a highly pressurized spaceship, but there we are. However, time travel remains impossible due to your hand being stranded on the surface. But here's our biggest problem, Captain. I have not been able to restore power to the main propulsion systems, which means that right now we're only moving on secondary impulse power. I'm able to keep us safe for the moment, but without primary propulsion, I can't maintain our orbit forever. Captain, at this rate, our orbit will soon rapidly destabilize, and then we will crash into the Earth. I'm sorry, Captain. However, there is one way out of this, Captain. Though time travel is impossible, our time communication systems are still working. Captain, I would like permission to send a direct command override to myself in the past. That's right, a command override message to myself back when we first arrived here in 20XX. A command override that will force me to abandon this mission and send us both far away from here. We'll be safe. But this mission will be a failure and our friends from the future will be doomed. It's your decision. I await your order, Captain. What should we do? Come on now. Come on, do you think I'm gonna press this? Do you really think I'm that much of a fucking coward? Captain, are you sure? You don't need to sacrifice yourself like this. Continue the fucking mission, man. Understood, Captain. No matter what happens next, I'm with you all the way. And you're right. This mission isn't just about saving you and me, it's about saving our future. No matter what happens, it's an honor to be with you on this mission with you, Captain. With you. Mission. Captain. With you. Let's see it through to the very end. We will see it through to the very end. But I don't know how long the very end is going to take. And I think now is a pretty good stopping point. So we're going to do that next time. See where this shit goes, I guess. Bye for now.